Today's episode, I'm going to tell you about 7 hidden signs that you need to work on your mental health before it breaks you. Welcome to Mind Amendment, the podcast that dares to challenge the ways that we think about mental health, physical health, addiction, and healing. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Mind Amendment. I'm Patrick Custer, and today we're going to challenge a myth that almost all of us grew up believing. The myth that when something's wrong with our mental health, we'll obviously know. We'll be crying in bed, blowing up at friends, or unable to work. Some big dramatic meltdown. But what if that's not true? What if the real warning signs, the ones that actually give you a chance to heal early, are far more hidden? What if they're happening right now in small, quiet ways and you're missing them? Today, we're going to unpack the hidden signs your mental health needs your attention and the signs nobody talks about. Not to scare you, not to shame you, but because when you see the truth sooner, you can change your life sooner. Now, before we dive in, if you find these conversations valuable, if you're ready to challenge what you've been taught and open new doors for healing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow us on all platforms. It's how we continue growing a movement that's rewriting the way we think about health, healing, and human potential. We'd love for you to be part of this community. All right, this is your mind. This is your moment. So what are you going to do with it? Let's dive in. For most of us, we've been conditioned to believe that we only need help when life completely falls apart. We picture a crisis, a panic attack that sends you to the ER, an outburst that wrecks a relationship, a depression so deep you cannot get out of bed. And yes, those are signs that you do need support, but they're late stage signs. They're signs that your mind, body, and nervous system have been trying to wave red flags for a very long time and were ignored. True mental health work is not about waiting until you're barely surviving. It's about listening when the whispers start, not waiting for them to become screams. Think about it this way. You don't wait until your car is completely broken down on the highway to put gas in it, right? You don't wait until a small cavity rots your whole tooth before you go to the dentist. Oh, some people do. You act on an early stage sign. Your mental health deserves the same respect. Today, I want to show you some of those quiet signs, the ones you've brushed off before or even normalized, because the earlier you catch them, the easier it is to heal. All right, so here it is, the 7 hidden signs your mental health needs attention. Let's walk through them, and as you listen, I invite you to check in with yourself honestly. Number 1, you're constantly tired, even when you sleep. Not, I stayed up too late tired. I am talking about a bone-deep exhaustion, where no amount of rest seems to recharge you. That's not laziness. That's your mind and nervous system carrying stress that sleep alone cannot fix. Fatigue is often the first and most overlooked mental health warning sign. Number 2, small decisions feel overwhelming. What should I wear? What do I want for dinner? Should I text them back? If tiny choices feel paralyzing, it's not because you're bad at life. It's because your brain is in a state of overload. Decision fatigue is real, and it's a sign that your mental bandwidth is maxed out. Number 3, you're irritable at everything and nothing. You snap at the dog. You clench your teeth in traffic. You feel like everyone is just too much. Anger is often a secondary emotion. Underneath it, stress, grief, fear, and powerlessness. When anger shows up at minor annoyances, it's often a flashing neon sign that your deeper emotional needs are not being met. Number 4, you lose interest in things that you used to enjoy. Maybe you used to love cooking, working out, painting, going out with friends, but now it just sounds exhausting. Losing passion isn't always depression, but it's almost always a signal that something inside of you needs care. Joy doesn't vanish without a reason. It gets buried underneath survival mode. Number 5, Your relationships start to feel harder. It's not just other people being difficult. It's feeling less patient, less connected, more guarded. When we're emotionally drained, relationships, even with people we love, start to feel heavy. Conflict increases, misunderstandings happen more easily. When connection starts to feel like a burden, it is absolutely time to check in with your own emotional reserves. Number 6, you find yourself scrolling, binge watching, or zoning out more than usual. Escapism is not inherently bad, but if you find yourself compulsively numbing out, losing hours without realizing it, it could be a sign that you're avoiding something inside. Numbing behaviors often arise when we're overwhelmed by emotions that we don't know how to handle. It's not about beating yourself up. It's about getting curious. What is it that I'm trying not to feel? Number 7, you keep saying, I'll deal with it later. Later never comes. And you know that. When mental health needs attention, procrastination is not laziness. It's self-protection. Your mind is trying to shield you from pain, but ignoring it just compounds it over time. Courage often starts with one small, uncomfortable action. For example, listening to an episode like this. All right, let's recap. What to do if you recognize yourself in these signs. If you just realized you're experiencing one or maybe a few of these hidden signs, I want you to hear me clearly. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. This doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're human. It means your mind, body, and heart are asking for help. Gently, but urgently. So here's what I want you to do next. First, acknowledge it without judgment. Write down the signs that resonated with you. Sometimes just seeing them in black and white makes it harder to deny. Second, make one commitment to yourself. It doesn't have to be huge. It could be committing to finding a therapist, or setting a 5-minute daily check-in with yourself, or telling one trusted person how you're actually feeling. Third, start today, because momentum isn't built by waiting. It's built by movement, even if that movement feels small at first. So let's recap. Healing isn't about fixing what's broken. It's about nurturing what's been neglected. And the best time to begin, it's always when you notice the signs, not when everything falls apart. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today on Mind Amendment. If today's conversation opened something new for you, if it made you feel seen or gave you a new way to think about healing, please take a moment to subscribe to the show. Follow us across your favorite platform and share this episode with someone you care about. Together, we can change the conversation around mental health, one real, honest, brave conversation at a time. I'll see you next time here on Mind Amendment. This podcast is brought to you by Promises Behavioral Health. If you or a loved one are struggling with trauma, addiction, or mental health, we are ready to answer your questions and help you take that next step. Call our admissions center at 888-648-4098 or visit us online at www.promises.com. Our team is ready and waiting to answer the call for help.